Watch a video of AI coaching. Watch now. 90-day AI bootcamp for less than $1 per day. And a Christmas with goal, a big gift for holiday. The bootcamp will be started on September 21st. I will drop the link here for you guys to create the free account and then look around. If you want to join Quiz Record every day on Zoom for at least 2 hours a day for 90 days, then try it. It costs $20 per month, less than $1 a day, and also it is an affiliate opportunity with 100% commission. You can invite everyone to join the bootcamp to learn all about AI for straight 90 days, and you keep the $20.
Watch sample video here.
Method. And more specifically, we're actually going to take a recent interview from Keala that is on YouTube right now. Okay, I'm going to literally have you download this video. I'm going to show you how to do it using tools. I'm going to have you clip it, and you are going to upload a clip to our Facebook group as your homework assignment. Okay, it is going to be very, very straightforward. Today is going to be a deep dive into clipping. And I hope that you really just take a lot of notes. I hope that you learn, because clipping is part of the magic. OPC is part of the magic of this program. So let's walk through what you're going to learn today. You're going to learn something called the KLT factor. If you've never heard it before, this is something that I think as a marketer, you're going to remember for the next decade at least, the KLT factor. Then we're going to focus on the art of storytelling as it relates to clipping. We're going to focus on some clipping fundamentals. Some of it you'll have heard from previous sessions, but we're going to recap it because it's going to be important today and we're going to be able to apply it. Then we're going to look at some clipping resources as well as some clipping tools and apps. Now, these are going to be long lists that I'm going to put on the screen, and I'm going to leave them up for a minute so that you can take screenshots. So I know some of you like to take notes, but also it would be a good idea to pause and take some screenshots during those sections. Then we're going to talk about a 10-step clipping process that I use. I'm going to walk you through it. It's pretty cool. We're going to look at some clipping case studies, some examples, and then we're going to dive into an actual example of Keala, that interview, and I'm going to go ahead and clip it using a couple different types of software. And just to give you a little teaser, one of them is just going to take a few minutes. And then that's as easy as this could be. But then I'm going to also dive in and do some harder ones, of course, to show you the potential of what we have. So what I want you to do today is take notes. Always take notes. Always take notes as you go. If you have to pause it and take notes, that's fine. If you have to rewind it and take notes, that's fine too. But make sure you take notes today. Okay, let's get started. So 2 weeks ago, we focused on the little mountain, right? We focused on choosing a niche, building pages, creating content, and scheduling posts. Okay, remember that was filler content that we were mostly talking about doing back then. Well, what are we going to talk about today? Today, we're going to begin our journey up the big mountain. So today is going to be sort of part one of engagement. And so what this is going to look like is we are literally going to begin this second ascent, okay? Engagement is really going to be driven from OPC, and today we're going to talk a lot about OPC. And some of you have been asking questions like, well, I've got a fan page, but I'm getting no views. Nobody knows about it. How do I find it? Well, the thing is, you've got to market it. And in order to market it without having to pay a bunch of money, right? You've got to have some content that gets traction. You got to have some content that goes viral, or at least like mini viral, because that's going to attract a lot of people to your page. And that's where you're going to start to realize, ooh, the filler content is important because the algorithm needs to see it. The algorithm needs to see that there's steady content there. There's other things for people to engage on. There's other things for people to share. It's all going to start making sense. And the only thing that's not going to make sense is what I'm going to do next, because I'm about to do things completely out of order. That's right. We are starting with module number 1, homework, right? A lot of times we save homework to the end. Today, I'm going to switch things up and I'm going to do it very, very different. And I know it's super odd to start with homework, but that's exactly what we are doing today, because I want you to visualize today's assignment while you are learning. I want it in your brain so that every single time we take a step, you know exactly how you're going to use that step. I think this is a good idea. So here's your homework. And again, I'm going to recap this at the end as well. So don't worry. You can wait till the end and I'm going to recap it. But if you want it up front, here's your homework. Number 1, I want you to download this podcast from YouTube. Okay. Bonus points if you actually watch it. Now, I myself, I watched it, right? I'm a fan of Keala. I'm also a fan of Travis. Travis lives right down the street. They're both local here in Las Vegas. They're both people that are friends of mine. And I just thought this was a phenomenal interview. And what a perfect opportunity for you to practice clipping with something right now that is live on YouTube. So you're going to see a link on the screen, keala.fastbootcamp.co. Okay, keala.fastbootcamp.co. Now, if you type that link in, it's going to forward to the YouTube video. I made it super simple for you. Now, if you already know how to download YouTube videos, great. If you don't know how, don't worry. I'm going to show you that in just a little while. Next, I want you to find a good part to use for your clip. Ideally 2 to 3 minutes long to start. So this video is something like an hour and a half, right? 90 minutes. And all you're looking for is a 3-minute clip. Okay, why do I say 3 minutes when I know shorts have to be 60 seconds? Because you might have to cut out some filler. You might have to find like a 3-minute story and try to make it into a 1-minute story. So what you're listening for when you're trying to find a good clip is you're just listening for part where you they talk about like 20, 30 different stories, right? So you're just listening for one of the stories that's like, ooh, I like that story. It makes sense. It was valuable to me. And so you're going to try to find a start point and a stop point for that story. And it doesn't matter if it's 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or 5 minutes long. First, just find the start point and the stop point, and then you're going to clip that out, right? That's going to be the clip that you're going to use. Okay, the next step is you're going to create a 60-second reel using that clip. Now, I put underneath that, it could be 30 to 60 seconds. I want to see you take at least a 30-second story up to 60 seconds. Now, of course, if you got a story that's 1 minute and 20 and you just can't cut it, I'll accept that for your homework. I'm not being very strict on it, at least you tried. But the goal here is to try to fit within time frames. The goal is, can you tell a little mini story from this interview? Can you tell it in less than 60 seconds? But no less than 30 seconds. And what I mean by that is, I don't want to hear just like a quick little quote out of this thing, because that's not really valuable. I want to hear like a good story that has a beginning and an ending, and it has
Watch more at. Click the link below.